Start off.
It's you. Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Tournament Arc. As always, I'm your host, Rogers.
Why'd you look at me?
I don't know.
My name is Rogers. Is my name Rogers?
Well, I was going to say I'm Rogers. I'm joined by Moody and Alex.
Yeah, I don't get a cool nickname.
No. Same thing as last week. We're going to keep going, but we've added one extra thing that we discussed adding, which is the seal of approval. Would you like to show off your seal of approval?
The best one so far is seal of approval.
The seal of approval we'll give to our favourite show of the week, which, if you don't know, we're voting on this week. It's 9 different anime. The episode 2s all came out this week, so we watched those. And we're going to see which was the worst one of the week.
By the way, do you want to lower your laptop? Because you can't see your face.
I can see my face. There we go. But there was one thing I wanted to show you guys. I made us each our own custom sound effect for the seal of approval.
Are you kidding me?
That I wanted to show you.
Please make. Why?
Because I think it started as...
Leave this board?
It started as a joke, but I actually really, really like how these turned out. You want to hear your custom sound effect?
Play mine last.
No, I'm playing yours first, because I made yours first. Yeah?
Why does it sound like you're in another end of a room? I don't know.
It's the echo. And then we got mine. Yeah?
Oh my god.
Are you excited for yours, Alex?
No.
You're not excited?
What's Alex's like some fairy music? Please tell me it's like something completely opposite.
Alex's seal of approval.
You guys are dogs.
Shall we listen to it one more?
Alex's seal of approval.
There we go. Cool. So we each get our own custom sound effect.
I'm not even going to use mine.
It's not what
I'm not using mine.
Yeah, I'm not using yours. All that time wasted.
I was pretty happy with how that turned out. I had that idea on Thursday. I'm like, okay, no, I'm doing this.
It was like one of those things where you thought about it, left it for a little bit, and then
No, I did that now.
back. Oh,
I did that. I've been sitting on those since Thursday.
Oh my god.
You got way too much time on your hands, dude.
I know.
Although you fucking edited that last video fucking quick as fuck.
Yeah, slapped it together in a day. One day wonder.
It was still an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's what I was amazed by.
On the bright side, they're going to get shorter as we...
Hopefully. That is if we get started. Which we should probably do. If we want them to stay shortish.
Yeah.
So does anyone have a preference for what show we should start on this week?
No.
No?
Not care.
No one cares?
Yeah.
Just go in order.
No, we'll go in order of how we watch, like the order we watch them in. Because that's the order I wrote these in. So, the synopsis for Hinamaru Sumo. It's club recruitment day at Ghetto High. Lil Yamcha and Chubbs McKenzie have decided that the best course of action to recruit new members is to set up a stall and give away free soup. But of course, because it's anime, our MC can't cook and everyone hates it. Everyone except for Ghetto High's Mr. Untouchable, a future MMA fighter and current wrestling club member. In an attempt to show off his strength, he challenges Little Yamcha to a battle in front of the whole school. It's a close match, except for the fact that it isn't at all, and Little Yamcha literally crushes him. After the fight, Mr. Untouchable, Yama, the bully from episode 1, and Armin from Attack on Titan decide to join the sumo club, pushing them up to their minimum number of members. Also, to throw it in at the end, we meet the student council president, who, plot twist, is actually Yama's little sister. We also meet some dude in glasses for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
I like the episode. I mean, I like this show. It wasn't amazing. I think the first episode was better.
Mm.
This one was kind of like, oh, okay, we just kind of
We're kind of glossing over the fact that he's super strong.
It's not glossing over the fact at all. It showed it again.
But it showed it again. We don't need to see it again.
I don't know. I like to see him beat up some dudes. But no, science.
Oh.
Your advances?
Yes, I believe so. I was pretty happy with it. I'm glad to see that the club's finally together. They're not spending, like 10 episodes finding members. They've just, alright, we have our members. Now let's move along.
Yeah.
There's going to be we need to find member number 3 in episode 3. We need to find member number 4 in episode 4.
That is one thing I really enjoyed about that. I'm so glad
they're all here now. The end. But I don't know about the tiny little dude. Armin.
Yeah, I don't see that going anywhere great. But hopefully I'm wrong.
Hopefully you're wrong.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about this show?
It was good.
Is that
good.
Okay.
The intro's awesome.
I still don't remember the intro.
It's really cool.
It's not. It doesn't stick out. They need to really try harder to stick out.
Okay, well, you can't really stick out. Wait.
You can. I don't know.
One Punch Man?
Oh yeah, One Punch Man's
Where the
intro.
fuck out of that intro?
That's true. It's only for the first 5 seconds where it's like...
No, he punches a star in the face. It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's right in the middle. Anything you want to add about this show?
It was average. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
It just kept you interested, sort of thing. So you're like, all right, I'll watch the next.
That's
episode.
it. The show finished. I'm like, okay, I'll watch the next one. I want to see what happens. I want to see who this new guy. I'm guessing the coach. He's gonna be their coach, the glasses dude.
It wasn't anything special.
I like how the bully dude's kind of like, oh, Sumo sucks, and then he got beat by Sumo. He's like, maybe I should give this a go. I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I do like the humor in it. But they haven't shied away from the humor at all, which is good. Because usually, as the episodes progress, they sort of try and focus more seriously on
the actual sport.
Yeah, they haven't seemed to have done that.
I want to see McFaddy do something.
He's but we know he's pretty good at sumo. He's just not great.
I want to see him do something. All he's done is complain and be like, don't do this, don't do that.
That is the one thing I hate about that.
He's kind of been the voice of reason, but he's not reason because Lil Yamcha can destroy.
Reason.
Yeah. He's he only challenges the MMA guys if you even just put me on one leg, then you win.
Yeah.
And he can't do anything.
No.
You can't even touch him. It's top. Alright. Unless anyone has anything else they want to add. No. It was a very basic description of a very basic episode of a very basic show. I feel like.
There we go.
I don't know if it'll get much more complicated than it has been. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It might just be a nice palate cleanser anime. Because some of these aren't so palate cleansing.
No.
So let's move on to the second show we watched. That time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Before we start, just make sure we're recording the audio.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't scare me like that.
I think that's why I couldn't play the last one, because this is recording. Yeah. Alright. The time I was reincarnated as a slime. Episode 2. Slime Guy and Veldora the Storm Dragon come up with a plan to break Veldora out of his magical prison. Slimy is going to eat his dragon friend and use his analysis skill to figure out a way to break him out. The dragon agrees, and just before he gets eaten, the two play a little name game, coming up with the surname Tempest for both of them and the first name Rimura for our slimy friend. With Veldora now in his stomach, Rimura goes on an RPG monster killing / absorbing spree for a few weeks and picks up a bunch of new skills. Eventually he finds the exit to the cave, a giant metal door that just so happens to be being opened by a group of adventurers at that very moment. Rimura sneaks past them and immediately comes across a town filled with goblins. The goblins explain a whole load of things to Rimura, one being that he's a badass giving up a huge aura, 2, Veldora was kind of like a monster prison guard, and now that he's gone, all the monsters are running amok. They also explain that the goblins are all a bunch of pussies and ask Rimura to take out the Goblin Slayer and adventure... No, sorry. They ask him to take out a bunch of dire wolves. Rimura says, "Sure thing, guys. I got nothing better to do." The end of the episode.
I've got to stop watching, because I've already watched episode 3.
Stop watching episode
Why?
3!
Because I fucking like the anime.
Oh wait, so shall we do the... we'll do... I'm also going to give it this.
What?
Cue my sound effect. No, I really like this episode. I think this was my favourite one of the week. I thought it was really good. I liked the like when they were doing the dragon conversation, I could take or leave because I felt like they kind of were just going over what they decided to go over last week. And then they were like, no, we'll let you out. And so the dragon isn't trapped in that one space. He's trapped inside like a magical bubble.
I don't know.
Because it seemed like he was like trapped in that corner of the cave, and then the slime guy ate him, and now he can obviously leave that corner of the cave.
Unless he just ate the whole bubble and he's still in that.
That's what I mean. Like it was inside a bubble. The bubble was just stopping him from moving.
Oh, right.
That's how I took it.
I completely just lost the plot. I was like, he just ate the dragon. The dragon's gone.
No, the dragon's not gone.
I know. All I saw was the dragon got. I saw the dragon
No,
got.
the dragon's not gone. Why would they agree to that?
I don't know. That's what I got confused about. I was like, I'll wait for you to do the synopsis and then I'll understand it. But all I got from that was that, no, I understand what happened. But the entire episode, I was like, so the dragon's gone.
No, the dragon's not gone. The dragon is inside of Slimy.
Right. Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Okay. So then...
Unless he isn't.
Unless he's not.
Plot twist. M. Night Shyamalan.
Then, so they go and then they eat him, and then they go out and they kill all the monsters, which was awesome to just watch him accidentally, like, be awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, not realise, like, oh, I'm pretty cool. And then he was eating them all and taking all their skills, which was awesome to see.
And he can speak now?
Oh, yeah, because he can speak because he ate a bat, and the bat had, like, a sonar ability. And he's, like, able to harness that and put his thoughts through sound waves.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a nice little explanation as to, like, here's why you can talk now.
Mm. Yeah, I've really got to stop watching the episode advance. Because now thinking about it, in the last episode we watched when you're like, well, he can transform, and then I was like, no, but he can transform into a snake. And all you were
and
just
then
like,
what? Can he? And then obviously in episode 2 he transforms into a snake. And can spit venom. Wait, can he only spit poison in snake form?
I hope so.
Because he got...
I don't think he... Well, assume he wouldn't...
Because he got the...
Because he got the
poison, poison spit, but only uses it one time when he's in his giant snake
To
form.
be fair, I have a feeling he's going to get a lot of abilities.
Yeah, so maybe
he's not only never going to use,
or only going to use one time. Yeah. Also, he ate the snake and could turn into the snake.
Yeah.
When he ate like the bat, can he turn into the bat now?
I'd assume so.
Okay. Because it came up with ability snake form. It never came up with like ability bat form or ability giant armor spider form.
Well, maybe just they assumed.
Maybe just assumed. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it makes no sense that way he can turn into a snake, but not into...
True, but either way, you shouldn't need to because his water blade is unbeatable. It just cuts through everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's probably never going to use poison breath ever again for the rest of the anime.
Maybe. I also have a theory, and if it's addressed in episode 3, don't tell me. Do you know, like, he's giving off this, like, massive aura because he's, like, super powerful? I have a theory he's giving off the aura that it's not his aura, it's Veldora's aura. And because Veldora's inside of him, he's giving off Veldora's aura. Yeah. Is that addressed at all?
No. But yes.
Okay. We'll find out.
It's addressed, but not really. They skim over it.
Okay. Alright. We'll find out in episode 3.
Yeah, I've got really nothing to say.
You got nothing to say about this show?
I was kind of bored.
You were bored?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What did you vote, by the way? I didn't say anything.
Approval.
Oh, okay. Why were you bored?
I didn't really enjoy it.
Why?
I mean, I'll watch the next episode, but this where the whole thing of you have to save us. I just want to get into the good part. This doesn't seem. I didn't enjoy it.
It's still like the build up.
Yeah, like I get it. It's
like they're just trying to figure out how, like they're trying to show how strong the main character is.
Yeah, but I like that. I like.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but I can see where Alex is coming from.
It was just 20 minutes of he can do this and this and this, and now he's going to save someone.
Yeah,
and that was the end of the episode.
It's important that
I get it.
It's important that we learn what he can and can't do.
Yeah, but
Rogers,
I don't need to see it for 20 minutes.
What can't he do yet? He can do everything.
He can transform.
We know that.
He can spit acid.
Yeah, but he couldn't talk, and it gave us a reason why he can talk.
Yeah.
He couldn't, I don't know what else he couldn't do.
Turn to a snake?
Yeah, he couldn't turn into a snake.
Yeah, we can.
No, he can.
Where there's a will, there is a way.
Alright.
If you're a slime
you
with
can
a
do
conscience,
whatever you want.
You can do anything.
Alright.
Sky's the limit.
I liked it.
Alright.
Yeah, so I'm gonna vote this for my vote number 2.
I did enjoy the episode, but I want to see what happens next.
See, I still don't get why you didn't enjoy it.
I don't know what happens next.
Because it's boring.
Yeah, but then you don't know what happens next. Find out. Oh, Walshy sent me a gift. Thanks, Walshy.
Walshy. Shout out to Walshy.
What a good guy. Third episode we watched this week. We watched, and it's not. I've been calling it Run Like the Wind. It's not. It's Run With the Wind.
Run with the wind.
Yes. Run With the Wind. Episode 2. Haji continues. Do you remember who Haji is? If I say Haji?
No.
No. Haji is not main dude. He's like the dude trying to recruit everyone.
He's the gatherer.
Okay.
That's Haji. I give everyone else nicknames. I just actually called him Haji. Haji continues trying to talk the rest of the guys into joining the track and field team. But when that fails, he turns to blackmail. This tried and true method works for almost everyone except for Glasses Dude and Runner Kageyama. And also Smoker Senpai, but that's because he decided to join the team anyway. Runner Kageyama is so dead set on not running that he refuses to accept the room in the dorm, even though he can't hate running that much because he still does it every morning. In a last-ditch effort, Haji challenges Runner Kageyama to the ultimate contest of who can stay in the hot bath for the longest, but they both pass out and it's a tie. The episode concludes with some inspirational words from Smoker Senpai about how the team needs Haji, about how much the team means to Haji, and also about for some reason it took 4 years to convince 10 guys to accept a cheap room with cooked meals in a uni share house. Let's do our voting. Advance. Alright, so that's 3 out of 3 so far. So there's not been a single knockout vote.
Yet.
Wait for it.
Wait. This was my lock, so I'll start talking about it. This episode was... I think it's actually stronger than the last episode.
I like this episode a lot. A lot more than the second episode.
You mean the first episode?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I like this one a lot more as well. I think it actually gave a bit more uniqueness to a couple more characters.
Yeah.
Smoker Dude.
Yeah, Smoker Dude got a bit of characterization. The twins got a bit of characterization.
Even
I made him more human.
Yeah. Glasses Guy got a little bit of characterization. Haji was great. How he was like going around and like... Yeah.
I
was, like,
find that
saying,
genuinely funny.
Like, everything like everyone wanted to hear. He's like, "Oh, so you don't want to do it? That's okay. I'll get you some boxes. You can pack all your things away.
Yeah,
and don't worry about it." And then he goes to the like the butcher or whatever that the guy, the exchange student works at.
Yeah,
and he's like, he's talking to his boss, and he's like, "You have such a good friend. He introduced you. He got you this job. You really owe him." He's like, "Yeah, you do owe me, don't you, guy?"
Yeah, I did find that kind of funny.
I enjoyed this episode so much.
You really did?
I did.
Did you give it your seal of approval?
I'm doing it next.
Oh, why don't you just give it to it now?
Because I was going to do it last moment.
Well, we all know now, so give it your seal of approval.
It's my seal of approval. I enjoyed it so... Yeah. I don't want to use it, but I had to. I had so much fun with it.
It kind of like defeats the purpose of your seal of approval, because it's like you're just like on... Well, it doesn't mean anything. Like, his seal of
It
approval
still
is
means
invalid.
it's his favourite.
Yeah.
It's just there's no fanfare behind his.
There's no fanfare behind it.
I just enjoyed every segment of this episode.
Right,
It's
talk
so
about your
good.
favourite part.
The bath scene.
Okay.
Oh, and there he's just like blackmailing everyone. Or he's just going cut to cut to cut to cut of him blackmailing
That was
people.
the best part of the
That
episode.
was easily
Yeah.
just
What
so
was good
funny.
about the bath scene?
It was just funny. It was just a little
Which
funny
part?
joke.
Well, they were like sitting in there trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all planning like, how do we get away from him? How do we avoid him? And they all just realized that the bathroom was broken, and they had to go to that bath.
And that was his master plan.
Yeah.
All along.
It was just so funny. Yeah, so that's why I enjoyed it, and that's why I got my seal of approval.
No, I didn't give it my seal of approval because I like Slime more, but I did really like this episode.
I did like this episode a lot
a
more.
lot more. I think Smoker Senpai may be becoming my favorite. Maybe becoming my favorite
That's
character.
because he's the only one with character development.
How'd you go character development?
Yeah, but that's because he's a main character. Smoker Senpai is the only side character with the tiniest.
Did
bit of
he give
character
up
development.
smoking? Because he started running, and then like it showed him he bought a new pack, and then he put them in his mouth, and he's like,
No.
and spat it out. And then it did show him again out in the park. Again, he had like a packet with him, and I think he had one in his mouth, but he hadn't lit it. So maybe he'd even given up smoking just for track and field.
Maybe.
It's commitment.
I am excited for episode 3 though.
I am as well. Hopefully, Rona Kageyama stops being whiny and actually
Yeah.
is just like, alright, I'm gonna run, and then they can get to the running part.
No, I don't. I think as soon as they start running, it's going to be boring.
Mm-hmm.
Because how interesting is running?
No, it seemed way more like a slice of life show than a sports anime.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Especially
really-
after that episode.
Like it really, yeah, there was no sports in this one at all. Like I don't
No.
think there was a single scene of running
No.
in this whole episode.
That's what
I
made it
prefer it if it
enjoyable.
was more like
It was
this.
just this.
If it was just this, I
the
can
whole
get
season.
behind it.
Yeah, if it's
So
like
we're just blackmailing people just like to pay more
Yeah.
rent or something like
we're
that.
gonna go do running. Skips over all the running.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Let's go.
Yeah, but that'd still be a little bit enjoyable.
Yeah, so I mean, I could watch that.
Yeah, I could get around that.
Even if they skipped all the running parts,
Yeah.
it would still be good.
Good.
Alright, so we'll do our little vote. They're not saying as much this week because it was a whole bunch of episode 2s. And like episode 2's really...
They're still setting up.
Yeah, the show's still setting up a lot of its... like the plot, its characters, without the initial excitement of, hey, the show's starting, check out everything, you know? So you kind of get the setup without the excitement part.
Yeah.
So hopefully it picks up a little bit in future episodes because, I don't know. So far the ones I've read haven't been the strongest episodes, but they've been pretty good. You know? Now, we also watched this week episode 2 of Radiant. Oh yeah, and then we'll do a vote and then I'll do the synopsis. It's not a bad idea.
You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, triple knockout. Oof, that's harsh. That is harsh on Radiant. Alright, my little synopsis of Radiant. The Ginyu Force arrive and save Seth from the nemesis monster that hatches from the egg. They trap it using magic, and instead of finishing it off, leave it to Seth, despite even saying themselves that would be reckless.
That's how much you care. You fucked up the name.
Yeah. Seth sucks for a little bit and runs away from the monster, allowing it to damage the town. Even once he manages to chain the monster up, it causes more damage than ever when it blasts off its Kamehameha. Meanwhile, the Ginyu Force have pulled off a crazy, not at all super obvious plot twist by actually being evil and deciding to use the Nemesis as a distraction to rob the bank. Seth chooses to leave the giant killer monster in the middle of town and go stop the robbery. The leader of the Bravery Quartet, the real name for the Ginyu Force, has a brief moment of three-dimensional characterization where he explains that even when the infected do good, the people only use them and then go back to hating them. Even though this should make total sense to Seth, he decides to fight the quartet but loses because, again, he really kind of sucks at this whole sorcery thing. Now, shocker, the giant evil monster Seth left tied up with the world's smallest chains breaks free and blasts the bank. But Seth pulls off a Deus Ex Machina, saving everyone inside. Cliffhanger?
I want to cliffhang myself.
This episode was very bad. It's so we talked last week a lot about how, in order for us to start, really liking the show, Radiant had to really pick up its game. It didn't pick up its game.
It dropped the ball.
It did.
It tried to get you to watch the next on a cliffhanger, because when he locked the beam or whatever, it was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? But I sat there and went, I don't care what happens next.
I don't care what happens next.
I really don't care.
Seth is a terrible protagonist. Name one redeeming quality Seth has. Go.
I can't. I don't like this show.
Those horns might mean something.
No, apparently it doesn't.
Well, it might, because the other guy had bat wings on his head.
Yeah, that just means he's been
So it might be like, you're infected so you get something.
But
cool.
I don't care.
I hated the Guinea Force.
I would like one day where the main characters get treated badly for whatever reason, because they've got special powers or whatever. And they don't want to save everyone.
They
just go, they're just going to turn you straight away.
Well, that's why I'm like...
And they go, you're right.
I was watching...
Fuck these guys. Let's steal their fucking money and bail.
I was watching that dude, like the old man All Might, having a conversation with Seth, and he's like, everything he's saying, I'm like, yeah, I
get it.
I get it.
I feel more of a bad guy than
I totally
don't go around killing people.
No, but he's like,
steal a bit of money.
That's it. He's like, we tried to save all these people, but they would use us and then just throw us back in the waste. It's like, so we decided to screw them. This is the only way we're able to make money, so we have to do it. And Seth, it's like, no, but they're really actually good. It's like, they're not. They're awful to you. They hate you for no reason.
The only good person to him was Tommy, that little kid. He's going to grow up hating Seth.
Tommy sucks. Well. Tommy sucks.
Tommy's every character of that anime, and I hate the anime.
Yeah, so do I. I think I maybe like Sleepy Dude. Sleepy Dude didn't do much.
Sleepy Dude.
Sleepy Dude's he's like super powerful.
Oh.
He's like the crazy powerful wizard.
Hated that character.
You didn't like Sleepy Dude?
No, because his time like the entire time. Maybe so angry.
Maybe
get it out.
I think maybe Seth's
get it out.
Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna hold up this one just because. Yeah. There were shows I really disliked more, but there are shows on the list that, although I didn't like this episode of Radiant, I don't want to watch next week's. Really, I would happily watch next week's. I would feel nothing watching next week's. There are shows on this list that make me feel anger.
I'm gonna be pulling out my hair watching this show again.
Would this show make you angry watching episode 2?
Absolutely. And now I have to watch fucking 3.
Now, there were other shows on this list that made me angrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just hoping we could get this in the thing, and then the will could decide.
Maybe. I don't know. Radiant's bad.
Take 2.
No, you've done. The decision's been made. Radiant's bad, but I don't know if it's on the same level of bad as a couple other shows in my head.
No, this is the worst one before.
You really think this is the worst one?
I hate this one so much.
Those are strong words. I do not think it's the worst one.
Everything. I'd rather watch anime yell. I'd rather watch the cheerleading one than this shit.
Really? I think this show's bad.
Honestly, the only reason, if I knew last week when we recorded that Radiant was going to have this episode, I would have voted for this instead of anime.
Those are strong. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it that much.
I fucking hate this one.
Oof. I'm scared.
If I could swap out the cheerleading one for this, I would.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I would either.
I couldn't.
No,
this show at least has action.
No.
It's not good action.
It doesn't have any action.
No, he had a father-son Kamehameha.
Now hold on. There is some animation that needs to be talked about here. The running animation.
In what?
When Seth was running.
When he dabbed.
It was... No.
There is a moment, though, where he dabs. He lands off the thing and goes, oh!
No, his running is just one motion. Blurred. He's running.
Yeah, but a lot of animes do that.
You shouldn't. That's a terrible idea.
Well, it's a terrible anime.
It's really not good. We only met one character in the intro as well, Seth.
Yeah.
This other group that were in it should pop up for a second.
Nobody cares. And they're probably not going to be in the.
I can see this show looks like it's going to be long running. This doesn't look like it's a one season encapsulated story. This looks like it's going to be a one.
Oh yeah, but when those seasons
be
come out though.
I don't know. I don't know how popular the show is. I'll have to look that up.
Obviously,
it's not good enough to deserve.
It makes me angry that this is a show.
Radiant makes Black Clover look good.
Yeah. I wouldn't go so with that.
Radiant makes Black Clover
is still pretty bad.
Radiant makes Black Clover look like not an awful example of shonen. Like, when you want to talk about awful example of shonen, you'd normally go Black Clover. And you're like, yeah. But then you'd be like, what, Radiant? And you're like, ooh. Oh no, this was Black Clover. No, this show is...
I hate this.
This show's bad.
I hate it so much.
What's the next one?
What's the next one?
Oh, wait, last one.
Oh, no, we did.
Oh, we already did last one?
We did not hold them all up. Next is Goblin Slayer Episode 2. In Episode 2... Oh, we'll do that. Why should we do our signs? Advanced. Okay. So, we'll talk about... Yeah, I'll get my synopsis up. Goblin Slayer Episode 2. In Episode 2, we found out a little bit about the Goblin Slayer's personal life. He lives on a farm with his childhood friend, red-haired fan service girl, and her uncle. We also find out that everyone in the guild, minus one of the quest givers, thinks Goblin Slayer is a bit of a weirdo. Goblin Slayer and Priestess Chick go out on their daily adventure, and Goblin Slayer reminisces about his past, where goblins attacked his village and murdered his whole family, fueling his blood-filled revenge. Meanwhile, Priestess Chick gets dangerously close to becoming annoying by starting to think that the Goblin Slayer is a little too harsh, and is she really doing the right thing? That was my... Yeah, that was my synopsis of the episode.
I
didn't like this one as much as last week's. Still
liked it.
I still liked it. This was a much weaker episode.
I told you, I'm completely biased to this anime.
Really? This was...
I enjoyed
this is
it.
the best one.
This was very good.
You really like... I would say this was a massive step down from last week's episode.
I get
that.
Like, I was super excited about watching it, and I came out of this episode disappointed.
I didn't come out disappointed.
Right.
I just came out and went, alright, next episode.
I came out thinking, if there's another couple episodes of this quality, I might be done with the show. If episodes 3, 4, and 5 are the same as this episode, I'm done. It has to... Maybe not even get into 5. If the next 2 are exactly the same as this, it really has to do something to keep me interested.
It didn't completely drop the ball. It just wasn't as good.
It wasn't a Raging episode 2. But it wasn't a Goblin Slayer episode 1.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That was such a good episode.
I mean, key points in this episode. So, flashback, the flashback at the beginning, that little kid is Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, he's silver hair.
Does Goblin Slayer have silver hair?
Yeah.
Have you not seen his hair?
Yeah.
When?
The first scene, like when he was like in the past, the boy and the girl.
Yeah.
That was Goblin Slayer.
Right, you said the boy has silver hair.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen Goblin Slayer's hair. How'd you know it was the boy?
I think it's...
I know it's implied, but I just wanted to check. But you made it seem like the boy has silver hair and Goblin Slayer have silver hair, so therefore...
Yeah, I guess.
It's implied. Decode?
So Goblin Slayer's only like 18.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be like an
fucking
old...
like psychopath.
Yeah, I thought he'd be like an old dude.
No.
I thought he'd be like 50 or something, not like 18.
I did like how the rest of the guild said what I said in the synopsis, which is, killing goblins is like the beginner quest. Why is it all he's doing?
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't want to do anything else. He just comes in, he just kind of stands around, waits. And then everyone leaves and is like, how many Goblin Slayer quests are there? And the quest giver chick loves him. She's like, here,
Someone's gotta
take
do it.
all of them. Yeah. And she's like, I think she kind of hates goblins almost
Yeah.
as much as he does.
Well, I don't think she hates them, but she just understands what they do.
And she's like, these are actually... people don't take them because they think, oh, they're just beginner quests, but they're really dangerous. Like, the amount of, like, new quest goers that go out and get killed.
Now, this is a D&D game.
Yeah, but that's only because, like, they're new.
Which means the D&D game.
This, in the intro, there's endless dice. In there.
Yeah, we've talked about this the past 2 weeks. There's dice all over it, but there's no reference to anything.
Maybe that's just trying to throw you off the scent.
But they even...
Stop thinking over it. Just fucking enjoy the
it.
damn show.
They did talk about it as well being a... So they talked about... The people in the show said, oh, that's a level so-and-so quest. And I'm only level blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, like, people have levels.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought you were
yeah.
talking about rank. I didn't know it was about levels.
No, they're about levels as well.
Those are the don't have, like, the right... There was one where it was like, I don't have the right weapons or armor for this quest.
I think that's what they were talking about. They're about high-level weapons, high-level armor. It's good, good little show.
Yeah.
I do have to point something out, though, about the show. When Goblin Slayer, when they change him to the CG model, and the CG model starts walking across, I'm like, why would you do that, show?
That's brave. That's very brave.
That's a very brave, very poor decision.
Yeah.
I don't know why you did that. You could have easily done it in 2D.
Yeah, they could, but they like
They always should do it.
anime loves to throw in random 3D and thinks it looks cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good. Stop doing it.
Cool
God
if
damn it,
if they've
Japan.
done it well, but because our technology isn't that good yet, when
Yeah.
they do it,
Because it's still
looks shit.
it's these like nice like 2D drawn backgrounds of like
Yeah,
steels,
it just
and then
doesn't
like this
fit.
awkward CG 3D model like walking across.
yeah,
And
it
you're
just doesn't fit.
like don't do that. And then it cut back to him being 2D. I'm like, oh, there we go. Now it looks good again.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's a pretty show when it does it right.
Now, the little mage girl,
Which one?
she's the only one. The one that follows the Goblin Slayer
She's not a
around.
mage. She's a priest.
Sorry, my apologies. She's complaining.
Yeah, we did warn that this might happen in week 1.
I was prepared for it. I just didn't expect it to happen so soon.
I know, it was episode 2. Because
However, even though she's just been thinking about it. Unless she like voices her opinion, because she still used that barrier skill to like
block them in, which you didn't really want to do because she
But she
started like
still did.
crying about
Yeah.
it. And you're like,
She still did it though.
yeah, she did.
I'm happy she's not
So-
like, oh no, I'm good.
And we even
Best case scenario, I just want to go, you know what, I can't do this with you anymore. And he goes, fine. And then just goes off on this thing. And then we just follow Goblin Slayer. And then
she was
just,
like the little thing that introduced us to Goblin
Yeah.
Slayer, and now she can
fingers crossed. And now she can just
Go away.
go away.
because
Because if she ruins this anime for me,
if she changes his personality even a little bit,
yeah, I'm going to be so...
because we were talking about
Pissed.
in episode 1 how good it was, where it's like he knows what to do, he knows like this has to happen, this has to happen, and she just kind of like was like, yeah, we'll do this with him.
Yeah.
And then in this episode, she's like, did you really have to use gasoline to blow up the whole thing? It's like, yes, he did. He had to
Yes.
use gasoline.
Yeah, dude.
It works. Stop it.
It looks cool.
Shut
it just
up.
works.
Big explosion, lots of damage, all the goblins die. What's the issue here?
Every time he
That's
kills
what we're doing. We're killing goblins.
every time he kills a goblin, he counts it. He's like,
Yeah,
Five.
I like that
Yeah,
thing. He's like
6.
8.
Yeah.
Nah. Goblin Slayer is awesome. Priest chick. Pick
Not-
up your
not so
game.
awesome.
Pick up your game. Go back
Pick up
to
your game. Just
what you were
go
doing.
back to what you were doing.
Redhead chick. Stop being in the show.
Yeah.
You add nothing. In fact, you take away from the show. She had far too much screen time. Like there were parts where.
That background story had way too much screen time.
Yep.
Which one? The one where
Like just
she.
everything.
I don't know.
Background story doesn't need to be.
Oh, well, yeah, showing them like sitting on a fence and like
Yeah.
she went to the main town. It's like
The best thing about the flashbacks, or not so much the flashback and going back to town, is like the conversation's like, "Do you want something to eat?" And he just went, "Yeah." Like all of his
yeah.
responses were just like once.
Do you want
one
anything from
word.
the town? No.
No.
we get to see him like in the morning, like when he's like he goes around every single morning and like checks the perimeter of the
Yeah,
fence. Is like goblin footprints. No, is this fence damaged? Yes. All right, I'll fix it with this stake. Alright, then he goes in, then he eats his food, then he goes to town, then he kills goblins, goes home, sleeps, repeat.
That's the life of a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, before you do that, I was just gonna add on about how, the scenes they showed of Goblin Slayer, like, killing the goblins in that castle, that was good. And then the way he talked about his own backstory was really good. He was like almost this hypothetical situation. Like, now imagine you're a boy, and goblins invade your village, and they murder everyone, including your family, and you watch them die. Like, and that was good. And then it would cut back to the redheaded chick, like, sitting in her room, and like, looking up at the sky, being like, I wonder when Goblin Slayer's gonna come home.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah, like, go back to also, he's still so cold-blooded.
Yeah.
And that, when, like, she was giving out the quests, she's like, these two here, I fairly knew. This one was taken up by a band, like, a few days ago. They haven't come back yet. And Priestess Chick's like, we have to go do that one. Like, we have to go save the people. He's like, no, the goblins would have moved by now. It's pointless going to do that. Let's go to do these. He's like, well, what about the people? He's like, what about the people? It doesn't matter.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, they got to learn to take care of themselves.
Yeah. It's their fault for going on a quest that they weren't prepared for.
Goblin Slayer, you are the best part of your own show. Please get more screen time.
It's so great how the second episode was called Goblin Slayer in Goblin Slayer.
Was it?
It was about Goblin Slayer.
Please, yes, Goblin Slayer, please get more screen time in your own show.
It's your own show. Put a foot down.
Yeah, feel like this is going to be a whole episode of me rating. I want to see not step by step, but like real time him invading a goblin like nest for a whole episode.
Yeah.
That would like it starts with him like, alright, here's how I plan it, I'm gonna do this. He's like sitting there, he's like, alright, then he goes to leave, and then it's him just wiping out the entire thing for the entire episode.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That would be the best. And I don't want to sit at this girl's uncle's farm.
No.
Where she cooks him breakfast and he's grateful, and then they walk to town together. But she can push the wagon herself because it's not that heavy. And then they get there, and then they split up and go to the guild, and then he stands in the back of the guild hall for 4 hours while everyone's like, "We were waiting for the quest."
Man, we get it. We didn't need your life story.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good show. Just get better.
10 out of 10 would watch again.
You get an advance from me this week. If you don't pick up your game the next couple of weeks, it might slowly slip away. So this doesn't get you seal of approval.
I don't think I'm going to use my seal of approval at all today.
Oh, what? He doesn't think any episode was strong enough for his seal of approval.
Like, the Goblin Slayer episode 1. That is the level. Approval. That is the seal of approval level.
That's fair.
I'm very harsh.
Yeah.
But when I put it up, you're going to be like, oh damn, that must be a good one.
Boarding School Juliet, Episode 2. In this episode, we get 2 little stories. In the first, Inizuku, Romeo, buys Persia, Juliet, a rosemary necklace that he wants to give her to show how much he cares. In one of the normal schoolyard tussles, it gets broken. Oh no! That night, Persia finds Izuku sulking beside a lake, so the two decide to go on a rowboat. Persia says she still appreciates the thought of the gift and gives Inuzuka her rosemary necklace that she got from her mother. But because boys are so dumb, he says he can't accept such a sentimental gift, which makes Persia push him out of the boat and leave him. In part 2, the Academy gets a day off to go into town. Inuzuka and Persia want to go off on a date, so obviously the best course of action is to dress Persia up as a boy and pretend that she's Izuka's cousin Giulio. For no reason at all the black dogs decide they love Giulio and won't leave the couple alone the entire day. Inuzuka thinks the date was a disaster, but because it's a classic anime trope, it turns out Persia actually loved the day because she learned all about Inuzuka from his classmates. It's happy endings for all. Papers, please. Ooh, it's a knockout from him. It's an advance from you, and an advance from me. This episode, in my opinion, was stronger than the first episode of the show.
Yep.
I laughed a lot more during this one.
The entire gimmick that Julio was loved by the entire Black Dogs was really funny.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
That was... if you'd let me continue speaking, that I would have got to that point and talked about how I think the first story was actually way better than the second story.
Okay.
First story, I don't know. I found more entertaining. I found it really... The second story was good right at the end. Like, when they, ran away from the theme park. After that point, I liked the second story.
Mm-hmm.
And, how there's, still consequences from Inazuku, attacking his own, housemates, and how they're like, oh, alright, so you're going to attack us, we'll attack you back. And they, went after him. But then Juliet's like, nuh-uh, you don't mess with my man. And, beat them up.
Peter
Yeah,
disagrees
he's not.
with
Yeah, I
everything.
watched the episode.
Yeah. But your thoughts are a little different.
It's like rating. I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care what happens in the next episode. I just don't care. It's boring, bland. It's like, oh, everyone loves Julio. That's meant to be funny. No, because I fucking saw that coming.
That
you
wasn't funny.
Dumb fuck.
Why would they choose that decision? Why would they dress him up as, his cousin? I don't...
Because it's been done before.
Yeah,
this isn't an original anime.
It's really not original. But, I'm not disliking the,
show. It looks nice. That's all it's got going for it.
It does look really pretty. It's a very nice looking show.
That's all it's got on. The chick that the main character likes is, kind of a dick.
Which one?
Yes. Juliet. The chick.
Inazuku?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
No,
yeah.
the I don't know what her name is. See, I don't even know her name because I don't care. The one dude's the Juliet equivalent.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a bit of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And she...
Yeah, but Juliet was.
Yeah. Doesn't mean she has to.
She's nice though. She was nice to the kids in episode 1.
No, yeah, but she's not nice to him.
Oh, she's not nice to him. No, she's not nice to him. She just messes with his head the entire time. He also needs to...
She's a psychopath.
He needs to stop being such a weenie.
Yeah.
Well,
He's he's a badass, but then he can fight and shit, and it's like, oh, I love you.
yeah.
Love ruins people.
I liked it though when they were fighting and he's attacks her and then just grabs her and then just runs away. I thought that was good. What do you think? This is your lock.
I liked it.
And
I would enjoy episode 3.
what else is your opinion?
It's very good looking. I mean, you guys have said all the points.
You got nothing to add.
Not really, no. I mean, I enjoyed the Julio segment. The first part wasn't as enjoyable as the second part. That's what I thought.
I like the first part more.
Well, I disagree.
Okay, what was good about the Julio part?
I thought it was funny.
Why?
I don't know, it just was. It made me laugh sometimes.
People are allowed to have different.
Yeah, but I just want to know.
It made me laugh.
You like the episode. I don't like the episode.
Yeah, but I can see why you didn't like the episode because it is an original. But there were, I don't know. I was entertained during it the whole time.
I was not.
I was, and you were
Amused. I was amused the entire 20 minutes. I'd watch it for 20 minutes more.
I would watch it for 20 minutes more. I don't know if I'd watch it for 10 episodes more.
We'll have to see.
Because it could really start to grate on me. But I'm not sure.
Hopefully the animation is as pretty. That's what I think.
What's Rudy going to vote for? I don't know.
He's knocking it out again. I'm advancing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's... Right now, it's still in because Radiant got 2. This show got 4. The other, all the rest got 6. Everything else got 6 except Radiant and this one.
Nah.
What? You know what's next?
Yeah.
Let's see what's next. Oh boy! Next. Miss Vampire who lives in my neighborhood.
You would too, you fuckwit. I hate you so much.
Why? It's so bad.
I'm gonna explain why in a little bit.
Why don't we put it on the wheel, Adam?
I'm gonna explain
We
why.
get both.
I'm gonna explain
Because he obviously wants
why.
to... I wonder which one he doesn't want to get rid of. No.
It's not metagaming.
It is.
It's not. It's there. I would rather watch this over this.
Well, you're wrong. They're both as bad as each other.
Yeah. Now, saying I would rather watch this over this is my synopsis. This Vampire Who Lives in My Neighborhood, Episode 2. This show sucked a whole lot more this week than I remember. In Episode 2, we're lucky enough to get 2 little stories. In Part 1, Sophie the Vampire Moe Blob and Akira the Annoying Moe Blob go for an adventure to get one of Sophie's books signed. But remember, guys, Sophie's a vampire, so things get wacky. In Part 2, Akira invites her friend Hinata over for a girls' night to watch movies and have dinner. There's initially awkwardness between Sophie and Hinata, but it quickly goes away. That's literally all that happens.
See, you could not watch that episode, read your synopsis, and go, oh. And then watch the episode and go, huh. I just read what happened in the episode.
Wait, you say my synopsis was bad?
No, I'm saying your synopsis is
It's
like
totally-
it's
it's
like
to-
you don't gain anything from watching the episode.
No,
It's
you
like-
gain nothing from watching the show. But what I just read to you is exactly what the show is.
Wanted to go on my phone about 5 minutes into this show.
I don't remember this episode because I did the thing where I have the thing playing, and then I was just watching YouTube on the side.
Yeah.
Now, this episode.
And every now and then I'd go,
Yeah, but you could look back at it and be like, I understand what's happening, and I still hate it.
that's what
and
I'm
then look
saying.
back.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like you said, it's like panel, punchline.
There was a couple. There weren't as many as episode 1. There were way more that was a panel, that was a panel, that was a panel jokes in episode 1.
Yeah.
There were a couple in this one that I still noticed. This looked more like it was a couple of original stories of them going out and getting a book signed.
Yeah.
Ooh,
She's a
but
vampire.
she can't touch sunlight though.
Well,
Crazy.
Stay home.
Yeah. But books add to it. And remember, she's 360 years
360.
old.
360 blaze it.
What?
360 blaze it.
I don't want to talk
We're
about
not
this.
talking about this
I
show?
don't want to talk about this anime anymore. It's making me angry.
Look, there are... I do want to knock out another show, and I could game the system more, but I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to hold up the knockout, because I didn't like this enough to justify giving it 2 advances. I just didn't hate it the most. It's
Speaking about what we hate the most,
well, no,
what's
I'm
the
not,
next show?
I'm not quite finished talking
Well,
about
I
it.
am.
I am.
We're done talking.
We're moving on.
We're not talking about it?
We know we all hate this show. What
Alright.
more do you need to say?
I was going to explain why we hate it. It's bad.
It's bad.
I'll give it this, though. The art style they're going for, they've done well.
Yeah, but that's like a circle. It's really bad.
They've gone... It's a moe.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate that style.
While the style looks good, everything else is so shit about it.
It drags
starts
it
to
way
look
down.
bad as well.
Yeah.
It's like the anime is clawing its way and it's just dragging the art style down with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the anime does not look good to me. Like the art style does not look good to me.
Well, I don't like moe style, but they've
I'm
done
done
a
with
decent
everything. I'm done with everything about that anime.
job. They've done a decent job with moe. Alright. My Sister, My Rider, Episode 2. You're a bad friend. You're a bad
You're a
friend.
terrible person. Explain.
Wait, no, let me do my synopsis and then he can
Then I
explain.
can explain.
My Sister, My Rider, Episode 2. As much as I said the last show sucked, I would gladly watch the entire season before having to be subjugated to another episode of this pure horse crap. To do my job and summarize, the popular girl at school turns out to be a fan of Little Sister's book, and because she thinks Main Boy wrote it, turns into a creepy stalker bimbo. In part 2, Main Boy and Little Sister go on a date. They just so happen to go into an adult bookstore, and as an excuse... So they got into an adult bookstore as an excuse to show us, the audience, a bunch of hentai. This show's premise is awful, yes, but its main flaws are that it's boring, it's not funny, its animation sucks, which was made painfully obvious in this episode. Please end this torture, oh not so merciful God.
Yep. That's
I mean,
it.
that I feel like I summed up my feelings towards this show. It's
Garbage.
It's not funny. I don't like the idea behind the show. I'll say I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why people like that sort of show.
Yeah,
I can maybe
it's odd.
I can maybe see it being funny, but like the whole show's like no, this is like
done poorly to try and make it funny.
But this is a genre of show. You know, it's not like this is a one-off. This is an entire genre of like anime and manga, and I don't get it.
I hated it.
But I was watching it. I'm like, end. It was painful.
We got halfway through because it showed like the little title card in the corner, and he went, "No!"
I thought we were nearly done. It was like wrapping up the whole thing with like that chick that come over to his place, and I'm like, oh, thank God, it's nearly. That was only halfway. No, it's we noticed something. There are frames of the animation that are just broken. There are broken frames. Like there's a part where she's putting down like she brings in like a plate of food or something to like his room, and she puts it down, and as she's putting it down, her like character model like violently shakes and like shoots back and forth for a second and then puts it back down.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't notice it the first time. He's like, that didn't look right. So we went back and rewatched it. And yeah, she walks in, she goes, la 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 la. And then
she puts it down and goes, and she just goes back to it and then
I'll have
stands
to
up.
rewatch that then.
Yeah, it's broken. The best art, not the best art. They put more effort into drawing the hentai drawings than I think they put into actually making the show.
Yeah.
It's garbage. It's the worst show on the list. It was the worst show on the list last week. It continues to be the worst show on the week this week.
No.
I just...
You last week voted to keep it going.
Because I enjoyed this more than watching Anime Yell. I'd watched 3 more episodes of this and watched the second episode of Anime Yell.
Miss Vampire or this?
Miss Vampire.
I would watch Miss Vampire. You wouldn't watch...
No, I would not watch Miss Vampire.
You prefer Miss Vampire to this show.
I prefer neither.
Someone who obviously has better taste.
Maybe it's
I shoot myself before watching Miss Vampire.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I shoot myself as well, but shooting myself isn't an option right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's a funny coincidence. You wanted to knock out both 4 Coma.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
You know why?
Because that's a terrible idea.
Because they're fucking stupid. You're cramming 20 minutes that you take 4 seconds to read.
Yeah, you're like...
It's literally panel, punchline.
Yeah.
And you put that into 20 minutes. How stupid of a concept is that?
Obviously doesn't work. You hate it. You hate it so much.
It's a dumb concept.
And I also don't like it.
Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Yeah, let's do
Japan.
this as an anime. No, it's fucking stupid.
Japan thought it was a
what
good
you
idea.
should do is you should hold up a knockout so then we have 5 and 5 and we can put it on the wheel.
Or
No, don't.
No, why?
Don't do it. We can wheel it.
nah, you didn't wheel fucking Radiant. You guys can get fucked.
Ah, but I wheeled Vampire.
Look, I'm doing this for 2 reasons.
No.
Look, I'm gonna explain my reasoning behind this. 1, I hate the vampire one.
Yes.
And 2, it annoys you.
It does annoy me. It makes me so mad. I don't want to watch anymore.
And you know my sense of humour. If something annoys you, I'm going to nitpick it so
don't
much.
want to watch anymore. It means nothing.
Nah.
I watched it and I finished it and I'm like, I'm done. This show is out.
You know what I thought when I watched it?
What?
When I finished, I went, 1 more week.
No more weeks. It's bad.
That's exactly what I thought. I went, I'm gonna get Rod just to watch this for one more.
You can tell, like, the shows we like and the shows we hate, because the shows we like, we talk about the plot points, we talk about this, we theorize what's going to happen next. In the shows we don't like, we just yell. We're just like, ah! Okay.
I'm funny, damn it.
Damn. Well, moving on to...
I think it's funny. Don't do it again.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I mean, we knocked out Anime Yell. We knocked out Miss Vampire. Next week, he's going to want to kill Radiant. And
yeah, that's it.
Like, I got a feeling he's going to hate Radiant more.
I hate Radiant. I'd rather watch this show than Radiant.
What about Vampire?
Well, it's already out, so it doesn't matter.
What did you vote in Radiant?
I think I advanced it and knocked out it.
Did you do one advance?
I don't know. I think I did 2 advances.
No, you didn't. You definitely did at least one knockout. Radiant may... If he voted 2 knockouts, it may be on the wheel. Did I knock out Radiant?
I'm not sure. You want to go check
Oh,
the chat?
yeah.
No, wait. It doesn't matter, because Vampire only got 1 advance.
Yeah.
And Radiant would have got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unless... that's what I'm saying. Like, unless...
I know I didn't do 2 knockouts.
You didn't do 2 knockouts?
Yeah.
I know I did at least 1 advance. So, yeah, alright, so I'll give it 2.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, this show got 2.
Miss Vampire got 5 knockouts.
Miss Vampire got... yes votes. Miss Vampire got 1.
Yeah.
So it's not...
One
there's
advance.
no wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking there was 2 shows in 1 advance.
Just knock it out. I can't watch it.
Alright, Vampire... Because... Unless...
No.
Major plot twist, because we're on to our last show already.
What do you mean?
We're on to the last show we're talking about.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. We're on to Karakura Circus, which I didn't...
Oh, yeah, because that's gonna get sick.
Yeah, which I didn't write a synopsis about, because I watched it about 2 minutes before we started recording this.
Okay.
So everyone's vote on Karakura Circus.
Ready, set, go. Knockout.
Yes.
Look at
This episode was damn close to having my seal of approval. It was tight between this and Slime, and if I'd had more time to like think about this show, it probably would have gotten it.
I'm so annoyed at myself for not locking this show.
This show's really good.
The one thing I hate about it, though, because it's the same for the first episode.
The kid.
The kid, fucking hate the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Stop whining. Because it's like, you can become stronger. And he goes, even a weak person like me, it's like, you're not trying to become strong. So you're not going to get strong.
11-year-old talks like that.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point. No
just
11-year-old.
get off your ass and try to be strong instead of crying all the fucking time.
It'd be one thing if it's like, I have trained for years, and it's just not working.
It's like, oh, okay, well, you're just weak because
No, you're weak.
Done anything.
You're weak because you're a child.
Yeah, and you want to be weak because you haven't done anything about it. The second reason why I don't like this show is because it's the ending that gets you to watch the next episode. Not a lot happens in the meat of the episode. Nothing happens. It's the last 2 minutes.
That's a good point, actually.
That actually you go, ooh, because like what happened in this episode?
They fought the puppet. The beginning fight with the puppet was cool.
Yeah, and then what happened in the middle?
They went back to Buff Dude's house and had a bath.
And they cleaned
had a
up,
bath?
and then he trained for a bit, and then they talked.
He
about
didn't
He
train.
didn't train. He went
No,
outside.
they ate.
He went outside for a little bit.
They ate, and then they went outside for a bit.
Then
Then
he went out for a little bit to do like 5 seconds.
The
of
little kid was
kung
there.
fu. Yeah, watching.
Yeah, watching him. He was watching him do yoga.
Then, so they ate food. He did a little bit of yoga. He fucking took him inside, showed him his yearbook when he was
when
crying.
he was a kid.
There was a shower.
There was a shower scene. He then saw Thingy naked. He was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Came back, went to bed. Kid got kidnapped. End of episode.
yeah, and then all that happened, and then they talked about how like there's 2 teams after this kid, and they're like jam packed everything. And you're right, I haven't noticed that they do just jam everything in the first couple minutes and the last.
If they would just cut off all that meat stuff and just have like a 2-minute episode where like that happens, it would probably be like a lot better. But it's just like that middle is like I watch it because I do like the anime and the art style is like semi decent in the sense that it's gone for its own sort of like look
I like
sort
the
of
puppet.
way.
I like all the puppets have like unique designs.
Yeah.
I think that's really
The
And
good.
they're all
silhouette of the
different stuff.
puppets in
But-
that last scene was good.
It's just like the middle of the episode, you could not watch it.
No, that's
Like,
right.
it-
The middle
it-
was very.
It doesn't mean
Bland.
anything.
I enjoyed it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying that's what I don't like about it. Like,
Yeah.
you could essentially, I could just like pick up the middle of the episode
Yeah,
and just
throw
go,
it.
just
Yeah.
watch this bit,
Mm.
and you would not lose anything.
You wouldn't lose anything. You'd maybe because it's like the dude and the chick don't like each other, and then at the end they still don't like each other.
Yeah.
So it's like no, nothing's changed.
The one thing about this show that I don't understand is why can they just not bear each other?
Sorry, why don't they like each other?
Yeah, why can't they just
Just
'Cause they're not supposed to.
because first impressions matter, and they had a bad first impression of
Yeah.
each other.
Shit sticks.
yeah, it's true.
And that's why.
Stupid.
That's why they don't like each other. So as well, we've got puppet people like
Puppeteers.
the puppeteers.
And another thing,
Oh, wait.
Here we go.
fucking, when the kid got fucking taken, right,
Yeah.
and the chick went, oh shit, the puppet's in the other room.
Why didn't you run and go grab the puppet?
Why didn't you run and go instead of fucking like charging at it? And another thing, the guy who ran out, why didn't you just bring the suitcase with him? Like, you obviously heard crash bangs. It's like, oh shit. Well, the suitcase is in the room. I might as well take it outside where the action is.
Yeah, you would
And
have
he just
thought
rocks
so.
up.
Because anime. No one thinks that far ahead.
No,
in
no
anime.
one thinks logically,
You would
and
think-
it
yeah.
pisses me off.
She's like, there's a giant thing attacking us. I better run out and go help him. Uh-oh, I ran out without the thing that can protect him.
It's okay, I brought it.
Yeah. Nah. But he knows his martial arts. Because if you
Yeah,
notice...
because that's gonna fucking work
There was
against a fucking wall puppet.
That's what makes him special.
Now we have a
But it
just
doesn't.
No,
Because that guy just knocked him around like a fucking ragdoll.
So now we have a
and he
duo.
wasn't even a puppet.
we got a bad guy duo of another puppeteer and another martial artist against our good team
Yeah.
of a puppeteer and a martial artist.
Are they a good team though?
Mm,
He just got knocked out like
he
a
did get
fucking
knocked out.
bitch.
We haven't got to see Ala Queen fight yet. And Ala Queen is apparently some like amazing, unbeatable puppet. Where the very first fight scene, it's like my puppet's on a whole nother level. It's like it can break down a concrete wall with a single punch, and then Ala Queen just like grabs its fist and
Yeah.
crushes it, and then starts spinning.
So cool. Such a good show.
It is a good show.
It is a good show. We did complain about. Well, you did complain about it.
I was just
But-
picking up the flaws.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Because they are true.
You're passionate about it because it has so much potential.
It's got a lot of
And
potential.
you want to see it living up to its potential.
I don't care what happens to the show.
Now, are they-
I'm going to finish it.
Well, are they teaming up? So,
I don't know. We'll find out next episode.
it's. But I was going to say.
They don't set it up a lot.
Well, no, I was gonna
They set it up in the way that's like, I wonder what's going to happen. They don't set it up as like, oh, this fight is going to be awesome sort of thing.
Yeah.
They sort of set it up as like, I wonder what happens next episode.
Well, Buff Dude and Puppet Lady looks like they're going to team up with the dude who was hired to murder the
Yeah.
child. And then their main bad guys are the team who have been hired to kidnap the child. I don't know, maybe it might be relevant to the plot why it's the murder team they're teaming up with and not the kidnap team. But you would think that, oh no, we at least can find some common ground with the kidnap team
Yeah.
and have nothing in common with the murder team.
My theory is,
Do you-
well, not theory, but what I would do is team up with them, find the kid, bring him back, start walking away, and then just pop the guy back in the back of the head with a gun.
Wait,
just bring a gun.
you
with
would kill murder guy?
Yeah,
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, the good guys.
that's what I would do.
Yeah,
But I'm not. I'm an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I'm not a hero.
they're good guys, so they're not going to. They're gonna try and give him a change of heart.
Yeah, and it's not going to work.
No, and he's not gonna.
wasted 20
He's
minutes
not
of
going to
life.
be able to kill the kid because he had so much chance to kill the kid. He had 3 dudes
Yeah.
with 3 different knives on his throat.
He could just gone.
Yeah, and instead he's like,
Wants
No.
to talk about it a little bit.
yeah, he's like, no boys, you hold off and let this dude come in there and beat you all up individually.
Yeah.
You know,
That guy came out of nowhere as well. It was like next frame is in the building, just
Yeah, where did he come from? He was outside.
No, man.
I'm gonna stop nitpicking the show because I like it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to stop.
Yep. Also, let's talk about the end scene real quick.
What was the end scene?
The creepy dude, creepy old dude that's just standing over him like...
Pedo.
I think it's his dad.
No, I think it's his grandpa.
Wait, no, his dad died.
Dumbass.
That's right, he's an orphan.
I think it's his dad that died.
No, his grandpa's
Plot
dead too.
twist.
We met his grandpa.
Did it say his grandpa's dead? Or is it implied?
Because he's old.
No, his grandpa's dead. We met his grandpa. He knows his
dad
grandpa.
Died as well?
Yeah. His dad... Because his mother died when he was young, so his dad took him in, and his dad just died.
Yeah.
Got murdered by puppets.
I assume his granddad has died
Yeah.
as well. Because he's
His granddad, the puppet master,
old.
who built a la Queen.
Oh, the queen.
Now, did you see what I was talking about last week, where the cool puppet design, how like it's holding its own arm as a weapon? It looks like it's a broken puppet, but it's not. It's the design. Nice job.
Cool.
Nice job, Karaku.
The puppets do look cool.
Karakuri. So, moving on from discussing them all, onto knocking out a show. Looking back at the voting, we can see that...
Stop dilly-dallying, Miss Vampire God.
We can see that on the top of the list, working our way down, we have Goblin Slayer with 6, The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime with 6, Run with the Wind with 6, Hinamara Sumo with 6,
Yep.
Karakuri Circus with 6, Juliet with
4.
3? 3 or 4?
I think it's 4.
I think it was 4, yeah.
Radiant with 2, My Sister, My Rider also with 2, which puts Miss Vampire Lives in My Neighborhood with 1. Knocking it out in week 2.
Thank Christ.
So our two 4-coma manga shows are now donezo out of here.
I wonder why. Because they're garbage.
It's not a good premise for a show.
It's not.
It should not.
You shouldn't do it. Like,
there's not enough content to make a 20-minute episode.
you can.
There's not enough content to make a 10-minute episode.
That's why they're always like